Welcome back to Sakimas Ridge Homestead. Does the loader on your tractor have a skid steer quick connect? Well, mine finally does. Let's go take a look at it.
Hello, and welcome to our channel. We're glad you're here.
Hey, our tractor is a New Holland TC33D with a 7308 loader on it. And this is the new skid steer quick attach adapter. To install this, these pins were on the original bucket. Just take these bolts out. There's a nut on the back side here, and this pin just slid straight out. This pin just slid straight out. On the other side, this pin came out easily. This one did not. I'll take you back and show you the original bucket and show you what happened there. This is my original bucket. As you can see, it's in pretty bad shape. It's got a hole rusted there. Someone's welded some plates in the back of it. It's all rusted out down here in this corner. And as I was saying, the pins on this side came out really easy. Pins on this side, you can see I had a little issue with it. Tried to get this top pin out and it would not budge. Tried heating. You can see here these have like a bushing welded that the pin runs through. I tried heating both of those up. It wouldn't budge. I thought, well, maybe one of them's frozen, one's not. So if I cut half of it loose, I can get it to move. So I cut this bushing out. This side still wouldn't budge, nor would this side. So I ended up cutting both bushings out. Thought maybe if I can heat them up individually, I could get them off. That didn't work either. So what I ended up doing was this side, I ended up just cutting the pin off without trying to damage my cylinder. This is the cylinder here that I was having trouble with. It's missing a grease fitting. I have to add that. As I was cutting this part of the pin off, for one, I had the cylinder extended all the way out so that the heat was as far away from the end of the tube as possible, and I had a soaking wet t-shirt wrapped around here to try and keep the heat out of the cylinder. It seemed to work because everything works fine. So anyway, this pin was destroyed, so I need to go to New Holland and get a new pin. They are cross-drilled for a grease fitting, which this temporary pin is not. It just so happens that they're 1-inch pins, and a Category 2 top link is a 1-inch pin. So I just picked up a Cat 2 top link to stick in here for temporary measures just to get this to be usable until I can get to New Holland and get a new pin. I think the factory pins are like 50-60 bucks. So for right now, this $7 pin's a pretty good option. Now this unit I bought off of eBay. It is made by WorkSaver. Seems to be a pretty good unit. It's working well. It hooks on nice and tight. When it's attached, it stays tight. You can back drag and the bucket doesn't pop loose or anything. The only thing I don't care for, if you noticed on the original bucket, the pinholes were real close to the bucket. These are moved back probably maybe 3 to 4 inches from the original, and it's reduced the curl a little bit, and it doesn't seem to curl back as far. The cylinder still bottoms out, obviously, but I think the other one had a better angle to it, the original bucket, so it tipped back a little further. Hasn't really caused me any problems. And then the other thing, when I would tip the bucket all the way down, the inside of the bucket channel would hit on this plate right here, and this one is probably down a couple inches. So when I try and tip the bucket all the way and rattle it to get dirt out, it used to bang on here, and it doesn't do that anymore. So I may end up having to weld blocks on both sides of these loader arms so it'll contact down here when it tips to give it that extra jounce that it needs. But so far it's working really well. If you're looking for one of these for your tractor, like I said, I got this one on eBay. I believe I just searched skid steer quick attach 7308 loader, and this one came up. It was around $900. Everything Attachments also sells one of these, and based on the pictures, it looks like their mounting holes are closer to the frame than the one I bought. Theirs is also right around $900, but eBay had special financing, so I went with that one instead. If you have any questions or comments on this, please put them down below. I haven't used it all that much, but so far I really seem to like it. So now let's go put a few attachments on that I have, and we'll show you how versatile this thing can be. This is the first of 3 uses for this fork adapter for the front of the tractor. It's just a square tube you can put a trailer ball in. I didn't think I'd even use it. It just came with there, and I'll tell you what, I use this thing probably more than any of them. I'll show you how it works. Now, it's a little tricky to see. I have to lean over and look down through the loader in front of the hood there. You can kind of see the ball in the picture. You need to lean over like this to see the ball and then guide it up into the trailer hitch. Alright, that's a demonstration of using attachment piece number 1. Well, let's go try attachment number 2. Now, with the ball removed, we can install the bale spikes. Got the big main spike and the 2 little stabilizer spikes. They just have a jammed bolt here. You back the bolt up, stick the spike in, there's a groove that bolt drops into, and give it a little tightened up. And this big one has got a big nut on the back. I don't have a wrench big enough for that, so that's all the tighter I can get it. We're only moving 1 bale today, so it shouldn't matter. But this nut's actually got a taper on it, and the inside of this hole is tapered to help seat that in there. But like I said, I don't have a wrench big enough for that monstrosity, so we'll just have to go with what we have. So we're only moving 1 bale, so it should make a difference. So let's take a bale of hay out to the sheep. And we've already dropped it off there inside the goat pen. It was a little too hard to film because they were wanting to follow us out the gate. So Paula was trying to keep them back from the gate while I was pulling the tractor in and back out. So we were unable to film sitting it down, but I think you get the idea how that works. But that was way easier than using the forks like we used to have to do. Okay, with the bale spikes removed, we can install the last option on this, which is the pallet forks. They just simply drop over the front. Right beside that box, there's a slot down here that they fit into. Drop down over there and slide them out. The next one on. One simply goes on each side of the tube. Slide it out. Got little lock pins on the top. Now let's go use the pallet forks. Okay, since I'm trying to move stuff so I can mow, as you can see underneath this trailer it's pretty high and it has a flat tire. So I'm going to try and use the forks to pick it up and move it over here behind this big tractor tire. Well, that gets that out of the way so I can mow here, and I can just as easily use those forks to pull that out when I'm ready to try and fix that tire later. Well, now that we're done with the 3-in-1 pallet forks, all we have to do is grab these two handles, pull them up, and that loosens up the carriage. I can sit it on the ground, tip this out, and we can pick the bucket up. Then once we pick the bucket up, just a reverse procedure, push the handles down until we latch, and our bucket is secure. Okay, well, I do not have any loader work to do with this today, but normally I do keep the loader bucket on it because it seems to be what we do use the most. As Paula weeds the garden, there's about a loader bucket of weeds that she has pulled every morning that I load up and take out and dump in the sheep pen. But this kind of goes to show you how quick and easy the quick attach works for changing your attachments. I know for a lot of you guys, these are now standard on the newer tractors. I don't even believe it was an option for this tractor when it was made. I think this is like a 1992 tractor, and it wasn't even available. So for the guys that get them today, it's no thing. I mean, it's just the way tractors are set up. But for an older tractor like this, it's kind of a big deal to be able to switch around like this. One thing this opens up for options-wise, make sure Paula's not in earshot, but I can now start shopping for a grapple, because I know a grapple would really come in handy around here. It's something that kind of prompted me to want to get the quick attach on here, was to be able to get a grapple in the future. I'll have to get a third function hydraulic bypass valve of some kind to put on here, but grapple will definitely come in handy down the road. So if you have any questions or comments about the quick attach adapter or any of the attachments we used, this bucket I did get from Everything Attachments, and the three-way fork unit I got from Titan Attachments. It came with the pallet forks and with the bale spear set and the carriage. The tow piece you supply yourself, but you just pull out of the back of your truck like I did. So like I said, any questions or comments on this stuff, please put it down below. I'll be happy to answer. Please share this video, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate if you subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.